Seems like you guys are really enjoying the car budget video, so in this video, I'm gonna take on a new challenge you guys gave me. The best vehicles under only $100,000. This one's gonna be a tough one, but I'll take on this challenge. First one's a really good off-roading motorcycle, the BF400 for just under 100K at $95,000. This might surprise some people, but it's actually not in the motorcycles class, it's in the off-road class. It's actually a really good vehicle to use for off-road races. It's one of the best. It's a lot faster than other off-road vehicles, and of course there's a lot of pros to having such a small vehicle compared to others, because when it comes to the off-road class, you either have a ton of big trucks or very small vehicles like these bikes. It's also very fun and easy to pull wheelies with it, so it's good for stunting, it's good for off-roading of course, and it's even good on-road as well. Great motorcycle for a very cheap price point, definitely recommend it. Next up is the Sentinel XS. It's only $60,000 and it's got some decent customization. Honestly, at some point I'm hoping Rockstar releases a better version of the Sentinel just so it has more customization, because it's a vehicle that's great but could have some more customization to it. Something really cool about it is you can actually get a pre-modified version of this vehicle if you go to a certain spawn location at a certain time. I did make a video on it, so I guess I'll link it at the end so you guys can check that out. It's already got custom wheels on it, a custom paint job, and some more little customization options. Next up is going to be a very small vehicle, and there's only a specific reason why you should actually buy it. I'm talking about the Panto. So the Panto is a super small vehicle, and it's got a lot of invisible parts glitches, so if you're into like the glitched looking cars, this one's for you. You can make the whole roof of the car invisible, you can make the front bumper invisible, the side skirts and all that type of stuff, and people seeing you driving around free roam are gonna wonder how in the world you managed to get a half invisible car. There's only a select few cars in the game that have these invisible parts glitches, and the Panto is probably the most invisible part car you can do glitches with. The Panto costs $85,000 and it came out all the way back in the release of the game in 2013, so if it were to come out today, it could easily be like quadruple the price with a little bit more customization to it. Regardless of that, it actually has a decent amount of customization. There's a good amount of sticker bomb options and some cool roof options with some bags on the top. You can actually have the invisible roof and the bags on top of the vehicle still at the same time, or whatever accessory you choose to put on it. Next up, we have a freaking sports car. That's right, a sports car under 100K, and it's actually technically a sports car under $1 as well. The LG RH8 is actually a free vehicle. I believe all you need to do is just connect your account to your social club, and then you can get it for absolutely free. And so of course it's not going to be a top tier sports car for sports car races. There's much better performing sports cars, but for an absolutely free price point, I mean, you can't go wrong with this vehicle. It's actually really good, and you can make it look really clean with a good paint job, and for a free vehicle, I mean, that's a huge W. And the same actually goes for the Duke of Death. Now, the Duke of Death, surprisingly, is actually an armored vehicle. That's right, an armored vehicle for absolutely free. You're not going to find that with any other armored vehicle in the game. I mean, usually they're really expensive, but like with the LG RH8, as long as you connect your account to your social club, it's going to appear in game for free in the Warstock website. It has missile resistance and some bullet protection with the extra window plating. The LG RH8 is mainly good for beginners, and then the Duke of Death is pretty much good for everyone. I mean, even super high levels, because you just want to add this type of vehicle to your car collection. Highly recommend both of those. Now, going back to motorcycles, this motorcycle is actually in the motorcycles class. The Batty 801 for only $15,000, extremely cheap. It came out in the launch of the game, which actually makes it cheaper than it needs to be. If this bike were to come out today, it would easily be at least $500,000. It's arguably the best bike for stunting. It's really good for pulling wheelies, and when people talk about the best overall motorcycles in the game, this is definitely up there with the best of the best. As I said, it's great for stunting. It's also good for races. Some motorcycles, like let's say the Hakuchu Drag, they're extremely fast, but they can't pull wheelies, and so the Batty 801 is a top tier all-arounder motorcycle. Of course, 15,000 bucks is extremely cheap for it as well, so if you don't have it for whatever reason, definitely get it, especially beginners. I sound like a freaking salesman in this video, but it's just good cars, trust me. Another great vehicle for under 100,000 bucks is the Vapid Dominator for roughly 30K. This one, if you don't know, is in the muscle class, and it's got a really good engine sound to it. Especially for this price point, it's one of the best sounding cars in the whole game. If you like a vehicle with a good oomph to it, this is definitely the one, and it's got some pretty solid looks to it. You can definitely make it look like a really good vehicle after customizing it, and for people with a very small budget of $100,000, 100,000 bucks, it's a very solid muscle car for that. What other vehicles do you think I should have included in this video that you think I missed? Let me know in those comments, and what other price points would you want to see me do? Drop a like if you enjoyed this video, subscribe if you're new with the bell on so you don't miss any more awesome GTA videos like these, and as I've briefly mentioned before, click the video on screen now if you want to see how to get the rare Sentinel XS. I hope you all enjoyed that video, and peace.